It starts with the Squid Game. It is called Squid Game because it was played on the ground inside a drawing that looks like a squid shape, twisted and divided into two groups, attack and defense. The defender can run normally on both feet. If the attacker manages to enter the drawing, he is then allowed to run on both feet and is called the secret inspector. In the final stage, the attackers gather at the entrance of the squid, trying to avoid the defenders. An unemployed failed man living with his mother in her apartment, relying on her to spend on him. He is unable to pay the interest on the loan he took and wasted. He tries to convince his mother to leave the house so he can use her bank card and withdraw money for himself, but he fails. He keeps trying random numbers he remembers, like birthdays, until he enters his daughter's birthday and succeeds in withdrawing what he wants. He goes gambling on horse racing, and for the first time in his life he wins real money. He gives a tip to the receptionist, but due to his bad luck, a pickpocket bumps into him and steals his money while he is trying to escape from debt collectors. They catch him and beat him badly until he is forced to sign a consent form allowing them to take his organs if he does not pay his debt by the end of the month, including his kidney and one of his eyes. He returns to the receptionist and takes back the tip he gave her. He plays a claw machine game because he has no money to buy his daughter a gift for her birthday. All his attempts fail due to his bad luck until a small child helps him, and he wins a sealed gift. He gives it to his daughter for her birthday, and it turns out to be a lighter shaped like a gun, but the daughter is still happy that her father brought her a gift. He tells her that next year he will bring her a bigger gift. It is shown that his daughter wants to say something to him but stops herself. He drops his daughter at her mother's house and her stepfather's place, then returns to take the train, but he misses it and has to wait for the next one. Next to him sits a man who offers him a game called Dachi, which consists of two cardboard pieces, one thrown on the ground and the other in the player's hand. If the player manages to flip the ground piece by hitting it, he succeeds. Otherwise he fails. The man offers him 100,000 won if he wins. Seong, as usual, keeps failing. The man's turn comes and he flips Seong's piece. Since Seong has no money, the man says he can pay with his body, and he slaps him. Seong continues playing and being slapped repeatedly due to failure until he finally wins once and receives 100,000 won. The man tells him he can earn much more money through games. He explains he knows everything about him. He is currently unemployed, working as a driver, his income is not enough, and he is heavily in debt, 160 million to a loan shark and 225 million to the bank. He has a 10-year-old daughter living with his ex-wife and her husband. The man gives him his card and tells him to call if he wants to make millions. Seong is happy with the money and buys dinner for himself and his mother. His mother tells him that his ex-wife and her husband are moving to America next year with his daughter. He recalls that his daughter tried to tell him something but stayed silent. His mother encourages him to win custody of his daughter and prove in court that he can support her. He cannot sleep all night due to overthinking. He eventually calls the number on the card and agrees to join. He waits in a location until a car arrives. The driver asks for a password given on the phone, and he provides it. Once he enters the car, a sleeping gas spreads and he falls asleep like the others, except the driver wearing a gas mask. He wakes up in a large place with many people, wearing the same uniform and assigned number 456. Everyone is monitored by cameras. He sees an elderly man numbered 1, and the last person to arrive is Seong. He meets the old man, who says he has a brain tumor and is dying anyway, so he has nothing to lose. He also sees a bully attacking the girl who previously stole from Seong. Armed guards wearing masks with shapes circle, triangle, square enter. The square masked leader explains that they will play 6 games in 6 days, and the winner gets a huge cash prize. Their phones and wallets will be returned after the first game. They can leave if the majority votes to stop. He explains the rules. Players who refuse are eliminated, and the game ends if the majority votes to stop. After signing, they enter the game hall and are recorded. Seong meets his childhood friend Sang. The first game is red light, green light, with a giant doll. Players must cross a line when the doll says green light and freeze when it turns around. Anyone moving gets shot and killed immediately. Panic breaks out, and many die. Seong is nearly killed but is saved by a man named Dolly. After surviving, they realize they are on an island. Bodies are burned. Out of 456 players, 255 died. The total prize increases significantly. Players vote to leave or continue. The majority votes to leave, ending the game. They return to the outside world but are reminded they can return again. Seong tries to report what happened, but no one believes him. He contacts the number again and realizes it is still active. The police begin investigating. Seong's mother becomes ill with diabetes complications. Ali is involved in workplace conflict due to unpaid wages. Another player faces legal troubles and debts. Eventually, many players return to the game. A police officer infiltrates the organization. Back inside, players wake up again with fewer numbers than a higher prize. Tensions rise as food is limited, causing fights and deaths among players. A doctor secretly cooperates with guards in organ trafficking. The bully begins killing weaker players. The environment becomes more violent. The officer continues investigating undercover. Eventually, players are divided into teams of 10 for a tug-of-war game on a high platform. The bully's team wins easily against a weak team, causing them to fall and die. Seong's team is assigned a strong opponent. An old man in Seong's team suggests strategy: defend first, conserve strength, then attack at the right moment. Seong leads them, and they begin to gain advantage. At a crucial moment, they step forward aggressively, surprising the enemy team and changing the outcome. In the next video, we will continue what happened in the summary of the second part.